So did you have the idea of the viewing glass, or is that something that Ed came up with?
No, actually, when I first got the otters about 1.5 years ago, we knew this was going to be the section right here, and we were just finishing the aviary enclosure on the other side of the property, and right when that was happening, me and Ed were over here, and I was like, Ed, we need to put a viewing panel on this pond. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you got to figure it out. He called me 6 months later, and he says, I have an idea, and I said, all right, let's hear it.
Got the pondscape.
What is up, guys? It's Brad with Pondscapes of Charlotte. I'm here at Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. We're going to be helping Aquascape install a viewing glass window in an otter pond. So Ed the Pond Professor is kicking off the event, so let's go check it out.
This dominates the entire feature. So we have this precast concrete panel, 8 foot tall, 8 feet wide. So as you can tell, that is not 8 feet right now. It is buried well below subgrade. Reason we did that, we went all the way down, we hit bedrock. Literally, this stuff that I'm standing on was getting busted up from the bottom. So we have a good solid surface to set that on. Then we started backfilling. We brought in bags of concrete. We poured concrete along the bottom of it because we're going to have a tremendous push of water. So we're going to have over 4 feet of water depth on the one side. So we have thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of pressure pushing on this wall. 6-inch reinforced precast concrete. You can see, I'll show you in a little bit how we bolted some of the steel pieces on there. We have one more section to do. I wanted to get a lot of that stuff done yesterday before everybody arrived because it's a little bit slow once everything gets laid out. Once it's laid out, now we'll be able to start moving things along. I want to get that steel on there pretty quickly this morning. Next piece after that is going to be the glass panel itself. I'm debating holding off on that for a little while. Just because it's going to be very busy here in the morning. I'd like to get a little bit ahead on a few things on setting some of the stones. The other concern that I have, just because I'm a freak about this stuff, is once that glass panel is in place, and if there is any bump or anything like that on a 3/4 inch panel of a 1,000-pound plus boulder, it will shatter it very, very quickly. So we have a lot of activity that's going to be happening around it. So we may hold off on that till a little later on today. Just as a safety precaution. Otherwise they get bored, and when an animal gets bored, it either gets sick or it causes problems. So we want to keep them engaged. So this enclosure is way bigger than what is required, but Blake wanted to go above and beyond for it. So we're going to have multiple interaction areas. The other thing that we're doing, this big deep pool over here, the otters have never gone in anything of that scale. That's going to be like us jumping off of a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean somewhere. It could be a little bit overwhelming even for an animal that is designed and built for being in water. So the smaller feature on that side is going to be kind of that little bit of an introduction to them. So they'll be able to play over in that area. The water's only going to be 6 to 12 inches deep maximum, so they could splash around. We're going to have a couple small waterfalls in them, and then allow them to naturally start to explore the space. We don't want to just take them and throw them in here because they will freak out. They're still babies, they're still young. So we want to have that as that, just kind of get them going with everything. But we also want to have that for long term. Blake does want to have both of them breeding in here, so hopefully there will be baby otters in the near future, which would be awesome. I mean, these are just incredible little animals. And Blake's main concern is the otters jumping, splashing in here. It's going to kind of create some waves and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to be constantly losing water. So if he has a little bit more of a freeboard around the outside perimeter, it'll help to keep some of that water in place. So we could play around with that a little bit later. But the reason I bring it up, our grade has to come all the way to this top point. So we got to get soil all the way around at that level, which is a lot. So we had a dump truck load dropped over there yesterday. We also have to do some stone work to hold all that soil in place. So what I want to focus on for this section is we're going to start setting rocks right here. We're going to work our way around towards where Lisa's at, where the biofalls will be. And then we're going to work our way around. As soon as we get these rocks set, we can start backfilling soil. So again, that's an easy way for us to start finishing up edges and working our way around. My plan is they're going to start at the far end. We're going to start at the far end over here. We will meet up somewhere around this waterfall. That's the overall plan.
What's going on, you guys? So yeah, like Brad was saying, we have a 7 by 3 foot viewing panel that's going to be getting placed inside of Oliver and Callie's enclosure, our small clawed Asian otter habitat. It's going to be really, really dope. It's something that Aquascape hasn't done before on that size or that level, so it's going to be really, really neat to have here on the ranch and have everybody see it in person. And then we're able to show you guys through the lens of the camera, just like how he's showing us as well. Yeah, it's gonna be really dope.
I've seen this viewing glass window on the internet a couple times. I've never personally installed one, but they look so cool. So I'm so happy that we have this opportunity that you invited us out to install this, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool. It's gonna be zoo quality.